I used to think that these tarot cards were just some random spiritual cards until I felt completely lost and I started to use them. And honestly, some of the most clearest decisions I ever made was after just sitting down with my tarot cards and asking them the right questions. In this video, I will tell you how the tarot cards can feel so accurate, how it can stop and help you with overthinking, and how it helped me a lot. And since then, I'm just having the tarot cards with me all the time. It's just great to have guidance with me whenever I need them. All right, let's start with my story. Just grab a cup of coffee, pause this video for a second, come back, and I will tell you my story, because this is something that, especially if you're skeptical about the tarot cards, you will really love to listen to, because it's a crazy story. And it really feels like I'm just talking to my friends. I mean, you feel kind of like my friends, as yeah, you're all probably subscribers or you're new to my channel. Anyways, feel super welcome. All right, so I'm going to tell you my story. So I was 19, I was traveling, and I had zero money on my bank account left. So I thought, let's just go to Australia and let's work there. Because everyone was telling me like, oh, it's really easy to get a good job in Australia. And so yeah, I did. And I somehow managed a job in Australia, working with racehorses. In the middle of nowhere, I didn't have a car. I didn't knew anyone there. It was really freaking far away. I was alone. And I mean, I worked with horses before, but not with horses that were worth more than $1 million. So it was something special to do for sure. So I thought, okay, yeah, let's do it. Why not? I can do this, right? Oh, and then I arrived there and it was working. It was so hard to work there. It was 50 degrees that time. It was the time with the bushfires, and I even saw like the fires coming down from the valley towards the barn, and it was pretty tough actually. It was really tough. And just imagine that my family and friends are in the Netherlands, and Australia and the Netherlands is like, it's like 12, I don't know anymore, 12, 13, 14 hours time difference, or 10, something like that. At least like a whole day of time difference. So if I needed someone to talk to, it wasn't really possible, because that time that they were awake, I was getting kicked by the horses, bitten by the horses, worked my ass off in 50 degrees. Oh my God, why did I did this? So yeah, I needed something to guide me, because I didn't know what to do with my life anymore. And I remember that my friends actually gave me a present, which was the tarot cards that I'm having here. She gave it to me, and I had it in my backpack. And it was just there, and I didn't know anything about tarot cards at all. I just had it in my backpack. And that was the time that I was just crying every day, didn't know what I wanted to do with my life anymore. And I, even though you would say like, oh, Australia is amazing, but I hated my life that time. I really didn't know what to do. It was too hard for me to work there as well. So I desperately grabbed these cards, and I didn't know any of the meaning of these cards. So as you can probably see, these cards have like quite some pictures and a lot of stories to tell. So they have really deep meanings as well. And I didn't know the meaning at all, but I resonated with the stories that I could make out of all these cards, because they actually want to tell you something, right? You can see like, oh, these people, they are sad, they're outside. And I felt like, yeah, I'm also sad. I'm also feeling like I'm left out alone outside, you know? So I started to see like, oh, yeah, I resonate with this. And they just told me some kind of stories. And in these stories, I got my answers. I felt like, wow, this card wants to tell me this, that card wants to tell me that, that card wants to tell me this. And then I basically figured out my questions that I wanted to ask to the cards and the answers myself. And later on, after I think maybe 3 or 4 years, I also started with the tarot card course, and I got to know all the details and all the answers and what the cards actually mean, and it just connected me a lot with my intuition. But I'm glad I first tried it myself without knowing any meaning of that, because straight after that I left Australia, because I was kind of looking for security. I was looking for, like, as soon as I have a job, life will be good, I will earn money, and I will feel safe. Well, after 1 year of traveling, and I was 19, I thought the safety will be in my bank account, right? But actually, I needed some safety by being around my friends and family. And I just booked my flight ticket back to the Netherlands and stayed there for some time. And that was basically what I needed. But I didn't really know it at that time. I mean, I felt it some kind of way, but I wasn't really sure until I figured out that this was the right thing to do after I saw the tarot cards myself. Most of the people think that the tarot cards are showing you answers. But actually, what if I tell you that that's not true? I'm also explaining it in this way to my clients because it's the most easiest way to explain. But it's not showing you any answers. You make the answer yourself. But what the tarot card does is that it brings everything which is in your subconsciousness to your consciousness by just showing it on the cards. Everything you probably already knew or felt in a certain kind of way, but wasn't fully aware about, that will be shown on the tarot cards. And it will show you your patterns, your emotions, why you're doubting situations. It can just give so much clarity about so many different subjects, and it just shows you so many different kind of perspectives about the situation. And that's why the tarot cards are so accurate, because it directly taps into your subconsciousness. I mean, it's quite difficult, right, to just become so aware that you can see your own subconsciousness, but the tarot cards do. They do, and they figure it out, which is so interesting, because most of the time we have a story in our minds and we stick with that, and then we don't really see fully the bigger picture of why something is happening or how you can go about it. And the tarot cards can just have this perspective, this wide perspective, where our mind sometimes becomes so narrow. And that's why all the time, every time I'm giving myself a session, or I'm giving it to either someone else, that's why it's so accurate, and it just always feels like, damn, it's on point. The tarot cards will also connect you much more with your intuition, because most of the time we are just overstimulated. We're going from work to sports to having time with, I don't know if you have kids, to your friends, and there are so much things that you have to or that you do. But there's not always time to reconnect with yourself. And the tarot cards are just taking a moment for you to reflect on what's happening from the inside. And this is something I hear a lot from my clients, is they say like, oh, I just forgot about our session. I mean, it gave some clarity, but then suddenly during the day, situations happened, and I kind of was aware about the situation. And normally I am not so aware of this, but because we kind of had a talk about it and the tarot card showed me something and some situations, now it becomes that I'm aware of it now. And it's funny because I chose differently. This is something I'm hearing a lot from the clients I'm talking with, that it somehow starts to show up in your own life as well. Not only during the session, but also just when you're going to the supermarket or just doing your daily life. And then suddenly you become just much more aware of everything. And then the intuition kicks in too, because you're aware. So you start to feel your body and you start to feel what your heart actually wants to do. And you reconnect with all of that much more on a daily basis. And this is what I really love about the tarot cards. If you made it this far into the video, then for sure you're very interested in tarot cards. Either it's having a session, giving a session, learning about the tarot cards. And I have to say I'm very proud of you. I'm very happy you're watching this video and you're thinking about this, because there's a lot in your life that's going to change as soon as you start to learn tarot cards. And also there is something that I really want you to be aware about. So please listen carefully to what I'm about to say now. So the tarot cards are really spot on, okay? It reveals so much that you think like, oh my gosh, this is like my emotions, my patterns. I see things much clearer, and suddenly like you become so happy about it that you have so much clarity. But there is something that the tarot card should never do. Actually, you do it. Is that you should never rely on your cards. Even though your cards are showing you so much clarity, you are the one who is making the decision. You are the one who is giving a judgment on the cards. You are the one who is taking the direction in your life, and you shouldn't rely on the cards, because what's happening then is that you will give away your power. Sorry, this is in my face. You will give away your power. And that's the worst. It should empower you, right? So don't go in there. I did it myself. I thought the tarot cards knew everything much better than I did, because all the cards are always super spot on. But no, you know better. It just gives you some clarity, and you decide your own direction, and you don't just follow the direction of the cards. And yeah, just from my heart, I just want to say this to you, because then this is the only way that it will empower you. At the end of the day, the tarot cards didn't just predict my future and change me because of that. It changed me because I started to trust myself much more. And I genuinely want you to experience that as well. So thank you so much for watching my video. And please like, subscribe, and comment below, because I would love to hear what you think about the tarot cards. If you want to do tarot cards, want to learn, if you like this video, because actually this is the first time that I created a video about tarot cards. And if you really like it, I might also make a video about that I'm actually doing a session. So let me know if this is something that you guys like, because I like to create something for you.